Leimert Park and surrounding communities, empowering tomorrow's leaders and changing lives. Parkside EDC has awarded over $400,000 in college scholarships while sharing economic principles of the Big Five of money with students and their families. Parkside EDC partners with organizations like the Brotherhood Crusade to assure our youth have the financial acumen to succeed. Parkside EDC provides families and businesses with financial insights, offering free online, on-site, and on-air B-Warp presentations. The Black Wealth Attainment and Retention Programs helps our community acquire, sustain, and pass down legacy wealth. High school seniors can apply for this year's scholarship awards at parksideedc.org. Scholarships will be awarded at Parkside EDC's Gospel/Jazz Brunch on Sunday, April the 27th. For details, tickets, or donations, please visit parksideedc.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
The brothers that I notice that are faithful in their marriages, they're not faithful because they don't want to hurt their wives' feelings.
No, it's temporary.
It's way deeper than that.
Yeah.
They're faithful because they don't want to get in a wrong space with God. Like that's
Yes.
their principle.
Yes, bro.
That they're standing on.
Yeah.
It ain't got nothing to do with the woman.
No.
In fact, because
No.
if that's the case, if the woman changes, all of a sudden my behavior changes. If the woman's gone, my behavior changes.
Right.
It has nothing to do with the woman. Or the woman's coming into my kingdom and how I operate.
Absolutely.
And that's what you stand on.
Yeah.
So that's a very big difference. And until a man is able to really get that level, get that standard in his life.
Absolutely.
And get aligned in that way, you know, his, like you say, morals, they'll always shake.
They always shake.
And they'll be, you know, you'll be persuaded.
Yeah.
You'll be able to be persuaded and talked out of doing whatever it is you're doing.
You can justify principles. You can justify, like, your principles are different from mine. Your principles are different. Everybody's principles are different. But then in terms of, I keep bringing this word up, kingdom, there's only one way to be.
Interesting take from the brothers. Interesting take. Karmic work on both sides. This is the meat of this topic. It becomes karmic debt when you reject what the mirror of relationships reflects. You want me to say it again for the people in the back? It becomes and remains karmic debt when you reject what the mirror of relationships reflects. People come into your life vibrating at the vibration of your wounds. We already know this. You want to hear it? Okay, that's I said it metaphysically. You want me to say it like Patrick Carnes? It's trauma bonding. Our central nervous systems are also relating. You want me to say it that way? Karmic reflection over karmic debt. Karmic debt becomes intransigent when you reject the reflection that is coming in. I wrote the shrouded lighthouse, using a metaphor saying we're all lighthouses. We have a visible lighthouse that calls relationships to the shores of our souls. Then we have an invisible lighthouse that works the same way, but it's using dark light. Where's the dark light coming from? Your shadow. That which you refuse, right, to integrate into the light, the dark lighthouse, the subconscious lighthouse, and the visible lighthouse must be integrated. But you refuse to do it because you don't like yourself as that. You fear yourself as that. There might be guilt in there. There might be shame in there. There might be apathy in there. And it might have been there for multiple generations. Karmic reflection over karmic debt. We got callers on the line. Let me get Atala in here to finish her thought. You remember where we left off, right?
Hell, you know I don't. If I don't write it down, I'm not gonna remember.
No.
Well, let me tell y'all a secret about Tio. I gotta write everything down. When we having conversations, anything can hit. I'm like, ooh, subtopics, because I'm not gonna remember. My bad. I'm high.
No, but I'm asking. I asked you. I asked you about because I was trying to get you to go somewhere, and so we know that it's a pattern. Karma. This is how we're metaphorically framing it, right? It's a pattern. And typically, because we're works in progress, that pattern is probably misaligned, right? It's probably broken in some way. But broken isn't a negative thing. Broken just represents work to be done, right?
Yep.
And as I was saying before, at the beginning of the first hour, I said you don't even know yourself. You only know yourself by way of the model you came out of. That model manifests itself in adult relationships. What part of the model, Atala? What part of your model manifests itself in adult relationships?
Child, avoidance, heavy. Heavy.
But I would say the whole thing, because it's holographic. What we tend to do is focus on the good aspects and reject and ignore the negative aspects, or what is perceived as negative. And where there's negativity, that's where the work is, right?
Absolutely. I mean, I would also say it depends on your mind state, right? Because you could be someone who actually does the opposite and focuses on the negative and you neglect your positive. But yes, I mean, at the end of the day, when we're talking about healing wounds, like you said, what you don't deal with, what you're not confronting, you can't heal it. So for me, what that looks like, and I mentioned avoidance, I feel like, this is gonna sound bad. Like,
go ahead.
I feel like I avoid anything that I feel like is a little bit too much work. Like I can be a little lazy sometimes in the emotional labor department. And so I think a lot of that comes from having to do so much heavy lifting in childhood, because like I mentioned, if you're in a family where you can't really be yourself, you are managing the expectations, emotions, the egos of other people, even as a child.
You know what? I am blown away because you just said something so powerful. And men, we want to hear it. We want to hear it. The girl said, the woman, she's a woman, man. It's a whole woman.
Right.
The woman said, just say it one more time for us. Like, even Andy is in there like, oh my God, she said that.
What did I say? I don't know. What did I say? I don't know.
You just said owned up to something. You said you were emotionally lazy. You said you don't want to do the emotional. Man, where's the prices, right? Get it in here.
I ain't trying to do no more. But I'm saying.
She just won a car.
Oh, God.
Attila Phillips, come on down.
Stop it.
Yo.
Jesus, take the wheel. Okay,
you just
so
destroyed us. I can't believe you said that. That was powerful.
Why? How? I mean, it's the truth, though.
But you
like,
hear the
you
tropes. You hear the tropes. You hear the tropes. The tropes. Women are not accountable. Women never take accountability. Women. You just said it, and we have to praise you for that.
Yeah.
We got to give you. That
I mean, I don't be writing these topics for it like it's fun. Like, this is stuff that we really be dealing with. Like, I'm not, like, I don't talk about stuff I don't know about. So, yes, I'm going to cop to it. I'm going to be honest about it because why not? My partner would know that. Like, if I sat here and lied about it, it'd be like, she knows she lying. So, like, at the end of the day, I'm accountable to God before anybody else anyway, if I'm serious about this work.
I love it. And you done listen.
No.
Let me tell you what you did. You done got Andy on the mic. Andy, what in the world? Come in here, brother.
The queen, Attila. I just wanted to salute you. You know what I'm saying? I think that was huge, what you had to say, because quite frankly, I was kind of shocked because, considering, you're Brother Zoe's producer, you know what I'm saying, without, the actual title. But
basically,
and considering all the gems that you drop on a daily basis, I would have assumed that you're somebody who has it together. But you explained yourself correctly. I mean, the reason why this comes out is because of your experiences. So I just want to salute you, and you know what? You deserve this.
We gotta give her love. Attila, guess what you just did?
Houston in the building.
Houston, Texas is in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. We're on Complete Fire. Now, we're going to go to Pastor John. Pastor John is right here. He's ready to cook, too. I already know what's happening with Pastor John. Come on, Mountain View, Hawaii. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
First off, greetings and blessings to everybody within the sound of my voice, and love you, brother, for this topic. And again, what Attila definitely said on the not only the laziness of doing it in a relationship, but let's talk about the first part where she said she is doing it spiritually, lifting her own family.
Yes. Yeah.
For some of us, we do the same because, again, I, too, have work to do in that department because how do I call myself someone who loves to give, yet complain about the giving that I do?
Keep going. I'm right here. We're walking together. Come on.
Because again, yes, I do want to see the blessings of others, and if my hands have it to give it, then I'm certainly wanting to bless people. But at the same time, how do you give up 20 years of your life in marriage and then also be mad at the results of what God has put you in to learn?
You want the answer?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
No, I already
you want the
know
answer?
the answer. It's just,
yeah, I know you know that.
Go ahead.
Go. No,
Go.
No,
Go,
I'm going to get the answer from you.
Go,
I want the answer
sir,
from you.
Go, sir.
You know what it is. When you look back, you go, what have I done? All these years, I done poured into this. And that's because you were expecting from an external source. That whole time,
this is true.
That whole time should have been focused on you. When you look back and you say, what happened? How come I didn't get mine from all that I've done? That's transactional, and you were pouring into others, expecting that the gift would come. But the gift has always been you. The whole time, every step you've taken, the gift was yours. It was always you. But when you shift the focus, it's going to come back to me. It's going to come back to me. What are you doing it for? Are you doing it to get it? Or are you doing it because you are it? That's two different realities.
We understand both of these realities, sir. We do. Because, again, yes, I had to go through the process of understanding both. I had to do the complaining so I could go through the test.
Come on. I'm listening. Come on. Show the growth in it.
I had to go through that trial to understand where the gift actually lies, because it's not just me, it's within me. And yet at the same time, I still had to have the voice to complain. So again, let us go through the whole 360 of what I did.
Come on, Pastor John.
The blessings of life are yours, not only to give, but to receive. You have to plant the tree, or you have to plant the seed for the tree to grow.
Right.
But it'll never be something that you'll never see.
Right. Wow.
These are the things that, again, we go through in life. Yeah, I wanted to point that out because it was necessary.
Right.
These are the messages that we miss because, again, we continue to say something as simple as, in our hurt space, why should I give to marriage? Men are saying that currently, right?
Yes, that's because they have marriage inverted.
Truly,
and so do women. We know what.
But
we know what the social construct.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is, people miss that, and you're fortunate enough to be able to, in hindsight, look back and go, "Huh, that's what I missed. My focus was ajar, right?"
Absolutely.
But you figured that out by walking your walk. See, what makes you special to the voice of reason is you've walked that walk. And maybe being able to share some of the walk and how you were able to stop and turn around and go, hey, I made it out, but I realized what my expectations were misaligned. What I wanted for myself was misaligned. What I was given and hoping to get in return was misaligned. Why was it misaligned? Because I was misaligned.
Indeed.
That's the inspiration there, brother.
And I still like cookies in Zynga. I still love them. Hate me. Hate me.
Hey. Guess what you just did, good brother?
Mountain View's in the house. Pray for Kilauea because we currently got Mary Monarch going on, and it would be ugly to have a volcano explode.
Yeah, we don't need that. We're gonna pray for the mountain, man, for the volcano, man. I appreciate you and I love you. Be safe, okay?
Yes, sir. Love you too, man.
Yes, sir. We on fire tonight. When I come forward, if you thought it was over, man, I'm just getting started.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580. If you missed our KBLA Talk 1580 Town Hall, the Altadena Eden Fire, 100 Days and Counting, you missed an evening of reverence, reflection, and reality.
You gotta live in the reality because this is it. Every day. You wake up, is this my life? Don't stay in denial, because yes it is. Don't stay in bargaining, where you're praying for a miracle, and if it wouldn't have happened, then this is what I would have done. It did.
Our panel participants kept it real. Really real.
I think, number one, it's amazing to me how we ignore systemic racism in our community, and as a people, we've apologized for so much, but when will we stop apologizing for what we have paid for? Because the truth of the matter is we paid for this.
You can always count on KBLA Talk 1580 to give it to you straight, no chaser. When you love folk, you tell them the truth. Seeking the truth, speaking the truth. We're KBLA Talk 1580, and we don't black down.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Imagine a Los Angeles where everyone can thrive, where communities have access to the resources they need to succeed. That's the vision of Detours Mentoring Group, Inc. They're dedicated to improving life in LA County by providing educational support, employment assistance, and spaces for community engagement. By 2050, they want LA to be the best place to connect, create, learn, live, and play. They're working toward an education system that's well-resourced and culturally responsive, becoming a hub for artists and innovators, and making sure everyone has access to healthy food, quality healthcare, and safe housing. It's about building a future where we all have the chance to succeed. We invite you to learn more about their mission and get involved with Detours Mentoring Group, Inc. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
My comfort give you discomfort. Just know that in the hood they gon' bump this. And I'm only strong as my circle. The things that shape me would emerge. I didn't have to die so that they could call me the great one. Didn't take a couple albums, people said it from day one. From wings with hot sauce to tuna tartar, driven in RRs. From hiding from robbery victims in back of cop cars. Tatted from my neck to abdomen, almost getting shot was averaging once every 2 weeks. Bless what I had to been. It's painful words, hearing these liars putting my name in dirt. Aiming, I burst, pistol practice until my fingers hurt. I hit my target, I up the margin. What they on, you know how Nas do, don't get me started. Chic, sleek, and snazzy from a small family. Fine taste and I hate the unsatisfactory. We could gun blast a party, great Gatsby theme. Bring your first ladies or come with your new nasty thing. Cause every other day I'm reminding myself I reached every goal that was high on the shelf. My comfort give you discomfort. Just know that in the hood they gon' bump this. And I'm only strong as my circle. The things that shape me would emerge. The things that shape me. And I don't like to reminisce. Cause what we doing right now is really lit. The things that shape me would emerge. When you high as me, you get highly critiqued. Hopped on a beat, purposely sounding like 9.
Sometimes what feels like being grounded is actually emotionally shutting down and calling it a spiritual awakening. You say things like, that's not in alignment, I'm protecting my energy, or I've transcended that frequency. But what you really mean is, I don't want to deal with the mess I made. That's not spiritual growth, it's spiritual bypassing. It's avoidance wrapped in mantras. The term was coined by John Wellwood in the 80s. It's when you use spiritual ideas to dodge real, raw human work, like grief, accountability, or admitting that sometimes you were the one who caused harm. That doesn't make you bad, it just makes you human. You're not enlightened because you use words like frequency or divine timing. If anything, you might just be trying on wisdom you haven't fully lived yet. When you use spiritual language to avoid emotional labor, you're not healing. You're just hiding behind holy words, hoping no one sees the wreckage. And it's tempting. It really is. We all want to feel above the chaos. It's easy to believe we're too evolved for conflict when we're really just afraid of being misunderstood, seen in our ugliness, or worse, being wrong. You can smudge your apartment all day, but if you're dodging conflict, still ghosting accountability, and using alignment as a smokescreen for avoidance, you're not ascending. You're circling. What if the real higher frequency is learning to stay present when your ego's screaming, your shadow's triggered, and your first instinct is to run? Because that's not just healing, that's courage.
Hey, listen. That little dog man philosophy, the little cartoon dog man, go on Instagram somewhere and join his page. Look, what is it, dog man? What is his name? Dog man philosophy? Because I love it. I'm sorry. He out here cooking. And it's probably AI that has listened to some of these shows and programmed it in the algorithm. I don't know, but I love it. Firework. So, No Filter Philosophy. Go on Instagram and follow No Filter Philosophy. It's literally a cartoon of a dog talking. I love it. And he's spot on. Spot on. We call him Dog Man. dogman philosopher. It's just amazing. But let me go even deeper into this topic, because the reason why this is so important, right? We want to escape from that which is hurtful, and that is part of the human makeup, right? If it's painful, we want to move away. If it's not enjoyable, if it's not satisfactory, if we don't think we're getting what we deserve, we want to move away, right? We never see ourselves as part of the reason for why it feels that way, right? Everything that I think about nowadays will send me back to, oh, that's attachment. I could see that. Oh, that's an attachment wound. Oh, wow, look at that. That's the music we like, the people we like, all kind of catering. Did you know your central nervous system filters out everything that doesn't relate to you, your tastes, what you want, how you view the world? Listen, you're a walking pattern. Zoe Williams told you this at the beginning of this show. I said, you've never been you. What are you talking about? Can you imagine having to live your entire life in the amniotic sac of fluid that carried you, that held you inside your mom? Inside that sack of fluid, most of us are still in a sack. The pattern is the sack. We've never pierced the pattern. We've never come out. You don't know what freedom is. You're still in preparation because you haven't done work. Even outside the womb, you're still in preparation. It's perpetual preparation. Preparing for what? To live. Have you ever wondered why people say, oh, the religion I practice is Christianity, or I practice Islam? Well, you know, for 10 years I practiced Buddhism. You were at practice. You were in the sack. You were in the amniotic sac of fluid, right? Let me tell you something about God. When you really have a relationship with God, you call the mountains to the ground. You open up the mustard seed and peer into different universes and dimensions. Do you understand? You tap all the way in, and you, as you know it, cease to exist and really cease to matter. Everything in our intimate relationship, it got to matter to me. It's got to matter to my wounds. It's got to matter to my experience. It's got to matter to my pattern. When we come forward, we're going to keep cooking.
Cash was my math class, fresh white tee. 2 diamond crosses look like a hashtag. News is fake. Never knew I soon relate to Tom Brady going for 7 in Tampa Bay. Is that crazy? I ain't never been bothered. That bothered you. You ain't born for this. Being great is too hard for you. That's a hater problem. They try to say it first what you might say about them. While you stuck in the past, I stay evolving. Can't just reminisce, only gotta live in the moment. Talk my at the moment with the weak and performing. I'm chosen. Got off the big Bowen and Rick Owens. Rick Owens, peep how different it look on us. My comfort give you discomfort. Just know that in the hood they gon' bump this.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
Mike Island with 4 things you should know on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network. Harvard University is trying to block the Trump administration from freezing funding to the school in what it calls leverage to gain control of academic decision-making at Harvard. The body of Pope Francis, who died Monday at age 88, is lying in state in a private chapel before public viewing begins tomorrow at St. Peter's Basilica. Stocks are rising on Wall Street. It comes after the Dow Jones Industrial Average closed almost 1,000 points lower yesterday. Today, the Dow has been up over 1,000 points at times. Today marks the anniversary of the birth of the environmental movement. There are Earth Day events being held all over the world today. They're meant to educate the public with new ways to live sustainably. For instance, recycling, reducing household energy use, and saving water. I'm Mike Island on your home for Black News First, the Black Information Network.
When you visit the San Diego Zoo Safari Park, the way you see the world begins to change. You realize that the more you encounter amazing species, the more you can't imagine a world without them. San Diego Zoo Safari Park. See conservation from a new perspective.
Hey, this is Zoe Williams, the voice of reason, and for over 20 years, Parkside Economic Development Corporation has served Leimert Park and surrounding communities, empowering tomorrow's leaders and changing lives. Parkside EDC has awarded over $400,000 in college scholarships while sharing economic principles of the Big Five of money with students and their families. Parkside EDC partners with organizations like the Brotherhood Crusade to assure our youth have the financial acumen to succeed. Parkside EDC provides families and businesses with financial insights, offering free online, on-site, and on-air B-Warp presentations. The Black Wealth Attainment and Retention Programs helps our community acquire, sustain, and pass down legacy wealth. High school seniors can apply for this year's scholarship awards at parksideedc.org. Scholarships will be awarded at Parkside EDC's Gospel/Jazz Brunch on Sunday, April the 27th. For details, tickets, or donations, please visit parksideedc.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
This is Stevie Wonder, calling on Los Angeles property owners to help get unhoused veterans off the street. If you're a property owner or know someone who is, consider accepting veteran housing vouchers. You will receive guaranteed rent while providing a stable and safe home. Help end veteran homelessness and make a real difference in people's lives.
Learn more by emailing houseourvets@lacity.org.
Life blooms in beautiful ways. The Afia Center invites you to celebrate At the End with Red Gala, honoring the strength and resilience of Black women living with HIV. Join us for an evening of empowerment as we launch the Barbara Cambridge Scholarship and kick off Herstory Month with our theme, Life in Full Bloom. Your support helps create vital HIV programming and builds a future where every voice is heard and every story matters. The End with Red Gala, because every flower deserves to bloom.
To learn more and to donate, visit theafiacenter.org.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Worried about eviction? You have rights, and Stay Housed LA can help. Stay Housed LA is a partnership between LA County, the City of Los Angeles, and local service providers. From Lancaster to Long Beach, we're here to help you with tenant education workshops, legal clinics, free legal services for eligible tenants, and online resources about tenant protection laws. Don't face eviction alone. Call our hotline at 1-888-694-0040. That's 1-888-694-0040. Or visit stayhousedla.org. Stay Housed LA, keeping Los Angeles residents in their homes. Stay Housed LA, your rights, your home, our community. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, Black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
all began. It just seemed like heaven, so I did it. Do you remember back in the fall? Remember it again after all day long. Do you remember us holding hands? Remember each other's eyes we stared. Remember the time we fell in love. Remember the time we first met, girl. Remember the time, oh, we fell in love. Do you remember the time?
The brothers that I noticed that are faithful
Yeah.
in their marriages,
Yeah.
they're not faithful because they don't want to hurt their wives'
No,
feelings.
it's temporary.
It's way deeper than that.
Yeah.
They're faithful because they don't want to get in a wrong space with God. Like that's
Yes.
their principle.
Yes, bro.
That they're standing on.
Yeah.
It ain't got nothing to do with the woman.
No.
In fact, because
No.
if that's the case, if the woman changes, all of a sudden,
Wait, hold on. Listen. Where's the one? I know we got one. Come on, I'ma wait, Andy, because I like that clip. But boy, the fire we got lined up, I'ma wait for the fire, Andy. It's all good. Where is it?
Does suffering and enjoyment have any bearing on the previous life and deeds of present life? Does suffering and enjoyment have any bearing on the previous life and deeds of present life? You're talking about reincarnation, aren't you? And also that's implied the word karma, cause and effect. Karma, I've been told, the root meaning of that word is action. May we go into this question seriously? Do you want to go into it? Not the others have not been serious. What is action?
Come on.
Action means to be acting, right? Not I have acted or will act. Action means now, right?
In the now. Come on.
Action implies, which for most people, a past remembrance, a motive, or a future intention, or future ideal, and so on. Either the past is directing, shaping the action, or the future shaping the action. Right? So that's not action. I wonder if you see this.
I wonder if you see this.
Right? Action means the doing, active present. But the active presence is denied when you have a motive, a cause for action, and a future action. So you're really, when you depend on the future or on the past, you're not acting. I wonder if you see this.
Are you? He just crystallized everything we talked about. And now you got places like Ohio State University, the Buckeyes, basically saying, oh, yeah, passed down genetically, you mimic your mama's dating patterns. We talked about that, didn't we? Man, I got callers on the line. Let's get them all in here. Herschel from Nashville, Tennessee. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Thank you. Good morning. Good evening.
What's up, brother?
Well,
what are you thinking about
hey,
tonight's topic, bro?
This topic is wild because, man, Attila was dropping bombs. John was dropping bombs. All the videos have been dropping bombs. But after it's all said and done, it all boils back down to generational curses and what we've all come from and what we need to still break through.
Right.
And the past of how our mothers have raised us to be where we are today when it comes to the relationship past is part of that generational curse.
Yeah, but moms are beyond reproach, right?
Correct. But
Big
that's
Mama.
why we go more towards God.
But listen what I'm about to tell you, brother. I hear you know why it's so hard sometimes? Because a generational curse in many of our families has been elevated to the same position as soul food. The generational curse is part of our identity. It's who we think we are. It's been normalized. It's a pattern. Do you see? So you look at soul food. Soul food ain't good for you, but we gonna eat it. It tastes good. That's what these generational curses are. They become from curses, from generational curriculum to generational curse to generational customs.
Correct.
Do you see? That's heavy, bro.
Yes, sir, I see.
That's heavy. Man, guess what you just did, though?
Put Nashville on the map.
Nashville, what up, Cashville in the building, boy? We appreciate you calling in. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. Oh, I got time. Beautiful. You heard Krishnamurti. He was flaming, right? The holographic dance of karma. Relationships as fractal mirrors of unseen selves. From a God's eye view, relationships might resemble quantum holograms. Each interaction encodes the entire universe of our karmic history. Your brother Zoe wrote a book called The Holographic Relationship. It's on Amazon.com. You should purchase it right now to see what I've been talking about. This that book came out in 2019, before COVID. Through the lens of karma, neither ledger of debts nor karmic courtroom reveals intimacy as a recursive mirror reflecting fragments of consciousness we've disowned, bypassed, or inherited. Krishnamurti's assertion that relationship is the mirror in which you see yourself gains radical dimensionality when fused with Michael M. Talbot's holographic principle. Every conflict, attraction, and rupture contains the imprint of lifetimes, both biological and metaphysical. Y'all playing games with relationships. You wonder why you attract who you... Listen, how many times have you hurt yourself with no one's help? How many times have you put yourself down? You marginalized yourself. You spoke negatively from within. How many times you performed in order to be accepted? Do you understand? How many times have you let the unhealed wound take the lead in the dance of life? You're not going to attract that? If you modeled that, if you modeled marginalization, if you modeled the striving for worthiness, you're going to carry that into your adult relationship. You're going to seek it. It becomes an expectation of someone else when the key and the lock is in the same location. When we come forward, the voice of reason is going to continue to cook.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, just $189.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Military veterans and active duty service members, you could become a certified cyber warrior with just 12 weeks of training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, and IT pros with these skills often enjoy abundant opportunity and a great lifestyle. Protect our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. SkillBridge and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place. For changes big and small. Loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 is committed to self-care and community well-being. Walk Good LA was formed in June 2020, inspired by the Black Lives Matter movement and the beginning stages of the COVID-19 pandemic. What began as a few minutes of breath work and yoga meditation before protests against police brutality turned into a safe space for the community to heal in hard times. The immensely positive response from the community transformed the momentum into a movement. Today, Walk Good LA is a Black and brown-led community wellness organization based in Los Angeles. They provide spaces for healing through community yoga classes, guided meditations, hikes, run clubs, and other activations throughout Los Angeles that attract hundreds of members weekly. With the help of Propel and Michael B. Jordan, they now have a yoga and wellness studio in Los Angeles called the Walk Good Yard. To join their mailing list and connect with healing spaces, please visit walkgoodla.org. That's walkgoodla.org. Or find them on Instagram at walkgoodla. This is a community call to action, a community call to healing from KBLA Top 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Yo, I ain't seen you in a minute, but I got something to tell you. Listen.
See, the thing about you that caught my eye is the same thing that makes me change my mind. Kinda hard to explain, but girl, I'll try. You need to sit down, this may take a while. See, this girl, she sorta looks just like you. She even smiles just the way.
నా దేహం ఇది నా దేహం అని భావిస్తున్నాను కానీ ఈ దేహం నాది కాదు.
You have body identification. In fact, you are not the body.
ఈ దేహం నీవు కాదు.
You are not the body.
నీకు ఈ భావము భ్రమగా కనిపిస్తుంటుంది.
It is only your own feeling of body identification.
ఈ భ్రమనే నీవు అనుకుంటే ఇంక నీవెక్కడున్నావు?
This is only your illusion, imagination. Where else you exist?
నీ యొక్క ప్రతిబింబాన్ని నీవుగా కనిపించినప్పుడు నీకు ప్రతిబింబం ఇంకెక్కడ ఉంది?
Where is your reflection then?
కనుక పిల్లలందరూ కూడా చక్కగా చూసుకోవాలి. ఎక్కడ చూసేది కూడా మీ యొక్క ప్రతిబింబంలే కానీ వేరు కాదు.
Students should understand this clearly all over.
మీరు ఇప్పుడు చూస్తున్నట్టు సాయిబాబా 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 అనుకుంటున్నారు.
You all say Sai Baba.
కానీ నేను సాయిబాబాని కాదు.
Bhagavan is not Sai Baba.
నేను మీరే, మీరు నేనే.
In fact, Swami is you. You are Bhagavan.
ఈ సత్యాన్ని పూర్తి మీరు గుర్తించండి.
You think I'm going to hit you with every angle? Oh, you're going to get it all from all over the world, from all times. I'm going to hit you from every angle. This is not a play situation. I'm going to hit you. That Telugu be deep, though. Kadu kadu. Swami! Hey! Hey, Swami! I'm going to hit you with the science from every part of the continent, from every part of the planet. You're going to get this science. It's going to be Krishnamurti. It's going to be Sai Baba. It's going to be Eckhart Tolle. It's going to be Reverend Ike. It's Iyanla Van. Everybody going to say something to you on this show. Let me get my nephew in here. Nazarene X, Atlanta, Georgia. Dr. Tracy, Dr. Romney. Everybody going to give you some. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Look, man, I like low key. I mean, I'm gonna keep it serious, but I do want one of them translators for real. I was trying to see if you could be my translator for real. It don't sound fine.
Man, come on.
My bad.
But he was dropping bars. He was saying we identify with the body. He said that's all we are is the body. But let me tell you why that's. I agree with what he's saying, but how it could be the body becomes a prison, because in childhood where there's trauma, the body remembers, the body holds it, becomes like an adhesive. So we carry this around, and he's basically saying, no, you're not the body. He was like, don't identify with the body. He said, well, we're going to follow Sai Baba. He said, no, don't follow me, because Sai Baba is you. You are me. We all of this. And we got people who think that's magical thinking. Go ahead, brother. I'm with you.
Well, like, even on that, I was going to ask you, like, how do you feel as far as that concept and, like, how it ties into the so-called war with the flesh? Like, in that same light,
Christ
what
was
is the
on
difference
this.
between, like, the body, as in, like, the body of Christ? Yeah, one thing that one mind, I think that even supersedes that, but then, like, the war against the flesh, is that kind of like...
But that's why the Bible is on a war against the flesh. You have to understand how our physiology and our psychology is made up. Everything is about attachment.
Yo, why you going off? Like, you just lit it up. So basically these karmic relationships, or the repetition of ancient patterns, even unknown, I think it's all due to
watch this.
The flesh.
You right there. Listen, you can't love if you aren't free. If everything is attachment, Buddha, attachment leads to suffering. Sukha, the opposite of sukha is, dukkha is attachment, right? Or suffering. The term in Pali is sukha. No, it's dukkha. Dukkha, that's the term. Dukkha means suffering. So when the Buddha says attachment leads to suffering, he's saying dukkha. But the opposite of dukkha is sukha. So would the opposite of attachment be freedom? And would the opposite of attachment, we're playing with synonyms now. You can say this is semantics. Another word for freedom would be love, because the highest vibration of love is unconditioned. Your love is conditioned because you're conditioned by pain.
Yeah, I think we need that at least, though. At least that's all I keep coming to. I think we need that at least, like, some kind of pain. I guess so on the other side we can appreciate the joy. It's like almost part of the calibration process. So we know what it is when it ain't that.
Right. Imagine what you're gonna
avoid it, but
imagine what you're gonna look like to yourself as a free person.
Yeah, that ain't something I'm on earth with. For real, but shout out.
Hey,
shout out to
nephew.
way things work.
Nephew, guess what you just did, brother?
Slama Lama Ding Dong. What's that in ATL?
Atlanta in the house. Y'all better listen, man. The myth of karmic debt and the mirror of unfinished work. The Western commodification of karma as what goes around comes around collapses under Vedic scrutiny. Paramahansa Yogananda reframed karma not as punishment, but as, listen to this, adhikara, soul curriculum. Relationships manifest not debts, but incompletions. Epigenetic trauma, according to Bill Lipton, whispering through DNA, Jungian shadows materializing as partners who mirror disowned selves, Skinnerian reinforcement loops, masquerading as love. Consider the paradox. Secure attachment styles, according to Bowlby, often pathologized as healthy, may perpetuate spiritual stagnation when they buffer against necessary friction. What if secure relationships act as karmic bypass chambers, numbing growth under the guise of safety? Nothing is safe. The realest of all is unbridled passion, unbridled truth. Truth is not confined by your definition. Alfred Korzybski told you that. The map is not the territory. The definition creates the condition. That's why the Bible said, as a man think in his heart, so is he. You better be careful of how you label yourself and others, or you're going to be in one of these karmic loops, trying to reconcile it. Spiritual amnesia and the quantum echo, multidimensional spiritual amnesia. The soul's survival mechanism ensures the incarnation or the reincarnation brings fresh eyes to ancient patterns. Boy, y'all don't even know this relationship game. Y'all don't know why you're in it. You don't know what it's there for. You think it's just good. Oh, no, it's not just good. It's work. It's work. If they show up and do their work. No, you should only be focused on your work. That's why they're here. Do your work and see if they stay. Huh? Let me come back. Finish your work and see if they stay. Because part of the reason they're there is because you are where you are. You ain't got to agree. You ain't got to agree. I started conversation. It's up to you to finish it. The voice of reason is always on fire. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. See y'all tomorrow with another one.